when people think that it's the beginning of a bear market, usually means that it marks the bottom of the bear. Now, listen, guys, I think that we are about to reverse very, very soon, and I think that this crash that we've been having, especially mixed in with the fear and greed, guys, is going to come to an end very soon. We're going to be taking a look at Toshi today, which we haven't covered in like 3-4 days, and I'm very excited because this is like the first time I think I'm talking about Toshi while actually being back home. It feels so good to be home, guys. We're making a video on Toshi, our favorite base meme coin, our favorite blue cat over in the base ecosystem. If you guys are new around here, my name is Ro. I talk about crypto every single day. I try to help you find the next 10, 20, 50, or even 100x gem in the markets. And if you guys are new, make sure you subscribe, you hit the bell notification, and you like this video. Listen, at 20,000 subscribers, we're giving away $2,000. And when you like the video, YouTube pushes it out on the algorithm just a little bit more. So make sure you guys do that. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So right off the bat here, we're going to hop into CoinMarketCap. We're taking a look at, crypto in a holistic approach, right? Crypto market cap down to $3.19 trillion. Guys, literally a couple months ago, this thing was over $4 trillion. And I literally came on here saying I'd be surprised if the market even dipped below 4 trillion. And then all the liquidation events took place. Obviously, our pro-crypto president, Donald Trump, who was supposed to be good for the markets, absolutely took the biggest dump on the markets ever because of his low tariff exchange that he's been having. And, when he's going back and forth with the president of China, guys, we're still waiting on that to settle. And it's getting jarring. Obviously, a lot of insider trading going on as well. A lot of shady stuff going on that we can't really control. And we just kind of have to face the short end of the stick, right? And honestly, what I'm looking at this as, it's your entry and your exit. If you guys are able to understand that there's some type of manipulation going on, and if you guys are able to understand that your entry is just as important as your exit, you'll make a lot of money. The people who always bought the bottom were the ones who went on to actually make profits, right? This is very comparable in terms of psychology, in terms of market psychology wise, to the bottom that we were having back during COVID times. And not to mention, guys, just before, that was the last time that QT came to an end as well. And crypto, the markets were getting ready to explode because of that. However, the COVID scare came and then it literally plummeted Bitcoin and everything. But even after that, we saw a massive rise in the markets. Now, Bitcoin sitting at 94K, I think is a steal. Ethereum sitting at 3.1K, I think is a steal, especially considering that the fear and greed index is sitting at 10. Now, what does this mean? This literally just means, guys, that the overall crypto market is extremely bearish. People are worried. People are scared. There's fear, there's uncertainty, and there's doubt. There's FUD in the markets right now. And hey, you hear this all the time. It's very cliche, and you're probably tired of hearing it, but buy the fear, sell the greed. However, when it comes time to it, nobody really wants to do it. It's easier said than done. And I'm trying to train you guys. I'm trying to train the people in my Discord. When they see red, to reprogram their brains to think, hey, either I take a step away from the markets or I accumulate more, because the last thing you want to be doing is selling into fear. That is exactly what smart money wants you to do, okay? And I don't want you guys to fall victim to it. And one of the plays, guys, that I hold, a meme coin on the base ecosystem, the layer 2 that's built on top of Ethereum, is Toshi, my favorite blue little cat, named after Brian Armstrong, named after Satoshi Nakamoto. This project here, guys, is going to do bits, right? Whether that's this year or next year. Now, I've said before, I think we're going to peak out in Q4 2025. However, that's obviously looking a little bit different. Q6 is probably more likely now. Mid Q6, considering all things that are coming into fruition fundamentally. We're having an FOMC meeting at the end of this month as well. And I think we're going to potentially have a 50-point basis rate cut in the month after. So in December's meeting, we might potentially see a basis point cut. If that is the case, guys, and I've been hearing rumors about a massive liquidation surgence into the market from Trump as well, or I've just been seeing it over on X. You never really know how much of that is factual, but if we do see all that, and you see the stimulus checks go out as well, guys, to $2,000 per every American, you better believe there's going to be a inflow of liquidity coming into risk on assets, not just into crypto, but into literally everything, right? And when it comes to Toshi, it's hard to draw up technical analysis. Excuse me, it's hard to draw up technical analysis on meme coins when meme coins are they're holding on to life support with Ethereum and Bitcoin. If ETH is crashing, if Bitcoin is crashing, your meme coins don't really matter. They're going to get hammered as well. However, if you could position yourself in the right way, in the right time, the right entry, the right exit, you can still make a lot of money, because even though Ethereum and Bitcoin are crashing and the markets are heavily based on them, when they recover, meme coins are going to run harder than them. In the same way that meme coins, altcoins crash a lot harder when Bitcoin and ETH crash, they run a lot harder too. Um, and again, I think that the community for Toshi is phenomenal. I think that their narrative around Toshi is amazing. Grassroots, fully organic growth. We saw a massive rise in the markets organically again, just on the news of some exchange listings. And there's project guys besides Toshi that have so much more exchange listings than Toshi does. However, Toshi is still holding a lot better than they are. Just getting back from here to previous all-time highs, you're looking at about a 425% gain, about a 5.5x return, which, hey, to me that isn't too shabby, and that's still under $1 billion market cap. For those of you, right, I would like to say, I remember there's people out here that were saying Toshi to 60 billion, 70 billion. Listen, guys, if we could get to $1 billion market cap by the end of this year, I would be happy with that. I would take that, and I wouldn't sell, but I would just be very happy with that. And then I think that we have more opportunity to run come 2026. Now, the average performance when fear and greed drops below 20 on the 1 day, plus 0.9 on the week, plus 0.52 in the month, plus 20% in the next 3 months, plus 62, and in the next 6 months, 48.5. Panic always ages badly. Now, I can't tell you guys with 100% clarity or certainty that the markets are going to recover in a month or in 2 months or in 3 months. No one knows. I don't have a crystal ball, but what I could tell you is historically, right? Obviously, history doesn't repeat itself, but it often does rhyme. But historically, guys, buying the fear has always paid off. Just keep that in mind. Extreme fear equals we are close to the bottom. This is back in November 2022. Bitcoin was at $16,000, and that was extreme fear levels. November 2025, fast forward 3 years, we're in extreme fear. But Bitcoin is literally at 95K. I need you guys to first of all fathom that the fact that we've had a massive run in the markets, and just consider the fact, guys, that back in the day when we used to be in fear levels, Bitcoin's price wasn't even above previous all-time highs, and now look where we are right now, very close to 6 figures, right? Toshi, obviously, make sure you guys are following them over on X so you stay up to date with relevant information about the project. It's one thing to hear about it from me, but it's another to get it straight from the source. This Toshi chart looks real interesting. The price keeps touching that long support line and bouncing back up. Now it's sitting in a small range, and this is usually where big moves begin. If it breaks out of this zone, the next levels on the chart are much higher. You can literally see the path forming. Now, I'm going to be fairly honest with you. We need to hold this level at $145 million. We already lost a critical support at 234, which is the 0.786. We also lost our long-term upward trend. I don't care what anyone says. We lost it. Okay, this is our upward trend line that we've been having since early January. Okay, and that has broken. The 0.786 is broken. We're literally going into this lower low, guys, of 177, which we've been in. The last time we revisited that was in June of 2025, and then before that in May of 2025, and now we're back at that level once more. Okay, I guess it's time to buy more Toshi again. Obviously, change the perspective, right? You see red in the markets, it might be time to dollar cost average your way in. Shout out to Kryptonian, an OG holder of Toshi. Toshi's doing exactly what Bitcoin did in late 2020. Same base, same breakout, same retest, same setup for a parabolic leg. Here's a side-by-side weekly chart. Bitcoin in 2018 to 2021, 3 years struck under the 20K 2017 all-time high. Rising blue moving average supports. October 2020 breakout, retest, and then a moon to 64,000. And he's basically just saying that Toshi is showing signs of what Bitcoin did back in the day. Only thing is, you got to understand is Toshi is following Bitcoin. Bitcoin was Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't follow anything unless, the stock market is parallel to the stock market. But Toshi literally runs when Bitcoin and Ethereum run, right? So keep that in mind. Many people FUD about Toshi after breaking the important trend support level. Yeah, it's not bullish at all, but look at the whole market. It happens absolutely everywhere. Still, we have 2 important levels on Toshi waiting for the bull's power. This is a guy who thinks with his brain, not just, randomly posting based on emotion. Guys, it's factual. We lost that support. Doesn't mean it's the end of the world. We can still recover if the market as a whole recovers, which I do think it will. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments below. Are you bullish on Toshi? Where do you see it going? Comment, and make sure you guys subscribe. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only here to entertain and educate you guys. And if that's worth, then hey, amazing. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Take care. Peace out, guys.